Hi, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Karin and I'm currently living in Sweden. So I have been living in Sweden for several months, and with recent developments about the virus, the COVID-19 virus that all of you probably already know, a lot of things have changed in the world, and I can't help but to think how awful it must be to live abroad alone during this time. And I once experienced living alone abroad in London actually. Now I'm living with my husband, but back in London I was studying for my master's. Now that I have so much free time, I'm thinking of stuff that I actually wish I had done when I was studying at LSE. If some of you are planning in the future to study at LSE or study in London, hopefully this video will be entertaining or a bit useful. And yeah, so let's get to it. There are 7 things that I wish I had done when I was studying at LSE, or that I wish I would do more. The first thing is to put more effort into studying. And this might sound silly, or this might sound very generic, but when I was studying at LSE, I felt like I was just trying to get by. I studied gender, media, and culture as my major for my master's there. It was an amazing program, but I felt like I didn't really give my 100%. If I can quantify it, I guess I did only like 70% out of the 100% effort I could give. And I didn't really finish most of the reading list I should have finished for each week and each lecture. And maybe there's also a language barrier, you know, even though I am quite confident with my English, my mother language is Indonesian, so it's still kind of difficult to understand. So I kind of regret not really putting more effort into it, you know. To really like just study more and read more, and yeah, so that's number 1. Now we're going to the second thing that I wish I had done, was to actually ask more and be more active in class. I was still kind of shy, and you know, not only language was the source of, you know, you not being confident in saying stuff at class, but also since I didn't really read everything and I thought I didn't really have anything to contribute, sometimes I was too shy to participate in class. And now I kind of regret it, because I would never have that experience ever again, where it was a very stimulating environment with great teachers and just, you know, students who are there to actually learn. And I was actually really interested in the program itself, but it's just the effort that I think I could have done more, you know. Number 3 is to booked more office hour. I wish I had booked more office hours. So it's basically like a one-on-one meeting with any professor in your program or even in the university. I think in total I didn't do more than 10 office hours. Don't know why I don't do that more often, because like I said, the teachers are great, and now that I graduated, I wish I had time to talk to them more often. And we're entitled to these office hours. There's no maximum office hours that you can book. Sometimes I felt I didn't want to be seem stupid or something, so that's why I didn't booked enough office hours with them. But for me especially, I regret all these 3 things that I've said already, because I'm not from the UK. I'm from Indonesia, and I was studying there with a scholarship. So it was such this amazing opportunity that I didn't know I would get, and I don't know if I will have again. So it was just, I don't know, it was just a very great opportunity, and I wish I would have used it to the maximum. Do you know what I mean? So the fourth thing that I wish I had done more at LSE was to study in their library or other universities' libraries. Honestly, when I was there studying in London, I spent most of my studying in my dorm. It was 30-45 minutes of train ride from LSE. So I sometimes, just surrender to my laziness, and instead of going to school and study there, I just did it in my dorm. And there's nothing wrong with that, but now that I don't have, again, like, the regrets always come later. Now that I look back on it, I probably don't spend more than, I don't know, not more than 20 times like going in there and actually studying, like spending time sitting and being on my laptop or reading in the library. It was a good experience. Like, again, like, if you study in a school environment, it's different with studying at home. And besides, like, I can always read and study at home even after graduated, do you know what I mean? But after you graduated, you don't have access to LSE's library anymore. And since I don't come from London and all that stuff, I just regret it now. Another thing that's crazy is that I've never been to the British Library that's located next to King's Cross Station. It was crazy because I passed that library a lot of times, and it's actually near my campus because LSE is like right in the middle of London. But I've never been there, and I don't know why, I could have studied there. I planned it for so many times, but I still didn't do it because I prefer practicality, and maybe I try to save money from commuting and all that stuff because I live quite far. But yeah, so that's the thing. Just, I wish I spent more time studying at the institution's library and the space there. And I know with Corona, everyone has to study at home, and that's the best option for now, definitely. But if you were to study abroad after all this craziness of virus is done, really make use of the facilities that you're entitled to. And you'll feel different environments studying alone in your house or being at the library. It's just, I don't know, I feel like there's some sense of like productivity juice that's flowing around there. So that's number 4. Number 5, I wish I would come to public lectures more often. So LSE held a lot of public lectures, and it's also amazing with like amazing speakers. I didn't go to a lot of them, and again, my reasoning was commuting. I live quite far, and most of the public lectures happened at 5, like after all classes are done, and usually I only have class in the morning or in the afternoon, so I will be too lazy to hang around and wait for the public lecture and to come. It was a big mistake because now I'm regretting it, It was free for LSE students and sometimes for public as well. Basically, all of these regrets are of things that I had and I was entitled to as a student, and now I'm not anymore. Number 6, I wish I had made more friends at LSE. And it's not that I didn't make friends. I'm an introvert, so I am rather a quiet person-ish socially. I made a lot of good friends, and we're still in contact, at least through social media until now. But I don't know. I wish I would hang out more with LSE students And it was rather difficult though, because LSE is a very individualistic space as well. Like the culture is more individualistic, especially for master's student. It was also like physically it was a small space as a campus. We don't really have a lot of like gathering area. They were doing a lot of renovations, so it was difficult to meet people anyway, because a lot of the times people go to lectures and then they just leave or go somewhere else, or I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, I just wish I had made more friends. I wish I explore more of London. It might not be related to LSE per se, but and it might be contradictory with the first point I made, which was to study more, because if you explore more of London, you will have less time studying. But guys, these are the two things that master's students have to balance, especially international students, because on the one hand, you want to explore the city you're in, especially it's London. It's freaking London. I mean, I love it there. I love it there. But on the other hand, you're faced with crazy deadlines and tasks and all this kind of stuff related to school, reading list that's not ending ever. So it was difficult. I wish I had done those 7 things more. And now all I can do is to look back at my lecture notes and the papers I did. It was pretty nice to reminisce. And I am praying for all of the international students abroad, those from Indonesia studying in the UK, or everyone who's basically not at home with their family, because I'm also like that. I'm here with my husband, but I'm not in Indonesia, and my family are far away from me. A difficult time for all of us, and for international students, it sucks to just be at home and you can't explore the city, and you can't even go to class and meet your classmates and teachers face to face. But let's just hope for our health and well-being. Yeah, I hope this video has been entertaining at least. And don't forget to watch my old videos about LSE and my scholarship. And yeah, if you have something to ask, you can put it on the comment box down below. Don't forget to like this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you like this content. I'll see you next time. Bye!